And from the time, at the time of this video, this is months after, but at the time of this review, when I got this, literally, like I was going off on her. I was like, what do you mean criminal activity, this and this? That world to believe in yourself, man. In this series, we're gonna be talking about TURO reviews and car rentals. Tune in, let me know how you feel, man. Comment, subscribe, and definitely like these videos. Peace. So what had happened was, so I switched my insurance provider. And at least in Florida, I don't know what states you guys are in, but in the state of Florida, whenever you cancel an insurance coverage, you're supposed to let the state know or whoever, somebody know, that you resume coverage with somebody else. So at the time that I canceled the coverage, I switched over to another insurance carrier. And I get my mail at my P.O. box. But I had gone out of town during the time that the letter was sent. So I didn't check my P.O. box. So when I finally got the letter and it came back to my house, the time had already lapsed for me to then alert the state of the new insurance that I got, which they then in turn suspended my license until I sent them the updated information. And from the time, at the time of this video, this is months after, but at the time of this review, when I got this, literally, like I was going off on her. I was like, what do you mean criminal activity, this and this and that? But I got to put myself in her place. Like, you come to another city, another town, you're getting pulled over, and it's unfortunate the way they do it down here, because I've gone through that before. I don't know if it's just black men or whatever, but if you're getting pulled over, and down here in South Florida, they always gonna call for backup. So they could have easily called for, maybe, I would say at most, it was probably 2, at most 3, probably police cars. And I think she was like a young lady, Caucasian. She was probably like 22 or 23, and you're coming to another town, and then that happens to you. That could pretty much shake you up, and then you're telling the cop, and then he's telling you, you should not be renting this vehicle, da 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 da. So I can understand that you'd be shaken up, but then to not mention it at all to me was kind of like, what? Because the car had gone out on another rental. By the time this review came through, it was out again, and I'm like, you could have at least warned me. You could have said something to me so that I could, while you got the car, after you got pulled over, let me look up my license and see what's going on. When I looked it up, come to find out, what I explained to you guys is what happened. And it was literally, the deadline for me to let the state know was like, let's say the 16th. And when she returned the vehicle, it was the 21st. So it was like luck, because the car had went out before her. They didn't get pulled over. The person that got it after her didn't get pulled over either. So while the other person had the car, once they brought it back, I went to the DMV, got everything situated. It wasn't even the Versa that was a problem. It was my Altima that got reported to the state, which is not even on the TURO platform. It's a whole nother car entirely. That's nothing to do with TURO, none of my TURO vehicles. But just to say, man, you got to try your best to stay on top of things like that. And as long as you believe you can't make it, you won't make it. If you believe that you can do it, you will do it.